Hello, Matthew.
Hello.
Should we spritz you?
Oh, the car won't start.
There's some for the vlog viewers as well. You know what I signed up to last night?
To register?
No, this is actually this is a speeding fine, so I've got to go drop this off. I got Britbox last night.
Did you?
Yeah. It's a similar sort of payment model to the others, you know, like $5.99 a month, cancelling in time sort of thing. Well, I got Britbox because it's got all those, I suppose you call them legacy shows that I grew up watching, because first and foremost, I've got to go and send off a speeding fine. The weird thing is, right, so ITV, since the beginning of the pandemic, have seen a 50% loss in profits, and this is at a time when, that way. Oh, sorry.
Fuck!
This is at a time when people are at home, they've got nothing to do but watch TV, and they still lost that amount of profit. The writing's probably on the wall for that medium. I say that with a heavy heart, but it's true.
But you'd think that the future then for channels like ITV and BBC would be something like Britbox. You know, ITV have come out and said they're investing 60 million in shows for 2020 or 2021. For Netflix, for a series, that's The Crown. That's one series of The Crown.
I reckon though, for a bit more like actual insight, rather than just two sweaty breaders in a car talking about Britbox, let's go and see my neighbour Harry Hugo.
What do you think about just like this as the office, where everyone comes here?
That'd be absolutely nightmare. Although you've got a nice little office. How dirty is your room at the moment? Part of our £200 gifting that we did to everybody for their own desk and their own computer setup. This is what the big fella bought.
Oh wow!
This is the perfect sort of alcove for it.
Was it custom made?
£90.
That was it?
£90.
It's a lovely flat. Is this yours? No.
You see the builders?
Yes, you were going on about it last time.
They
drilled through my wall.
What?
They drilled through my wall yesterday.
The builders drilled through Whiskers wall.
Do you know what, last time I...
Hold this.
No. We'll get thrown out.
So do you know what I did yesterday, Harry Hugo?
Go on.
I got that new Britbox subscription.
I've been meaning to get it for the likes of your Only Fools and Horses.
So it's an ITV and BBC partnership, and in my head they're rivals.
Yep.
How are they sorting the licensing out for all these shows that are across those two different platforms? With ITV losing so much revenue during lockdown, 50%, right?
Yep.
Are they planning just to move everything over to this Britbox thing, and that'll be their ITV player essentially? Or?
Yeah, I think there's a few different fascinating things. I think the first fascinating thing is the fact that Britbox is running against iPlayer and ITV Player. A Britbox, which is obviously therefore competing with Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and all of the others. What you're saying is absolutely right, is people are buying into it because they love the back catalogue, the legacy pieces. We've spent the last 140 days locked inside or limited with our ability to go and do things that we did before that. And therefore actually kind of anything that we can do as a human race to kind of wind back the clock, I think is a very interesting psychological play from a marketing point of view. And when they can go, oh look, you're stuck inside, but you can watch all of the Only Fools and Horses episodes, all the Midsummer Murders episodes that you can possibly want. From a BBC point of view and from an ITV point of view, there isn't that much back catalogue on their own, and they can't create that much new content because they only have so many channels they can put it out on. They're competing against another huge publishing house, which is Disney. And Disney, we've seen with the launch of Disney Plus how many different brands they own, and the BBC and the guys at ITV can't create those huge blockbusters of interest, and they've got to rely on the legacy to an extent. And also there's lots of people in those sort of older shows who will look at it and go, wow, we had a huge amount of success. You know, Only Fools and Horses, I keep bringing it up, but like 25 million people watch Only Fools and Horses Christmas specials, and they'll be looking at it and go, all we have to do is convert 1% of the people who remember that Christmas special, and it's worth it. The consumer's going to realise in, I don't know, 2 years time, is they've got subscriptions to 8 different platforms that they consume content on. We're going to see one of these completely try and dominate the rights game, and you'd have to put your money in the Amazon basket just because of how much of a loss leader they can take. And Prime Video for them, as we've seen with Prime Sport, is a massive loss leader. They don't care about how many people watch the sport, how many people watch the videos. They care about how many people buy Amazon Prime, and therefore you understand what they buy, how they buy it, how often they buy it, all their details, all their personal information. People are giving out a lot of personal information all the time, and someone like Amazon is in a prime position to make the most of it because you can buy everything on it.
Do you reckon that you're going to get Britbox, or do you just want my password?
That is actually one of the problems that all of these are going to have. Like, I can't think about how many people use my Prime login, my Netflix login, and that is going to be one of the main things that lots of these subscription services need to work out. Some sort of verification of who and how many people are using it in the right way. Otherwise, we're going to have 4 accounts for the entire of the UK. And I'm going to be responsible for a quarter of the people's logins for Netflix this year.
So it's been a very long, very, very hot day, and I'm going to kick back with my Britbox coloured orb here, and I'm going to watch some shows. I might pull an all-nighter. There's so much on there. Only Fools and Horses, Only Way is Essex, Midsummer Murders. There's too much, in fact. I better start now. Maybe I should create all of you individual little sound notes. Bam, bam, bam. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What is my? What was Whisks?
Whisks would be a whisk going around a metal.
You know, fun fact, we don't actually own a whisk in this flat.
Do you not?
No.
Fun fact.
There you go.